officials. So no talking to the team next to you, no communicating with spectators. If you have a question, ask one of the marshals in the white shirt that are walking around and talk to your team, but do not communicate with anyone else. And just know that if you do communicate with other teams or with spectators, you will be disqualified from the World Finals. So don't risk it. If you have any questions about who you can communicate with, just grab one of the marshals. They're walking around in a white shirt. They can answer any questions that you've got. Badges. Everybody's got their badge. Should be about the right height. So your badges need to always stay on. That way we know, the marshals know whether you're supposed to be on the floor or not. They have to be unobstructed and visible. So I have to be able to see them, and the marshals have to be able to see your badges just to make sure that all the folks that are on the floor are the ones that should be out here. And they also need to be visible to the cameras that are around, because if we're wondering what your name is for our photo site, then we can zoom in on the badge and read your name. So just make sure your badges stay out. If you get cold, you can put your sweater on underneath your shirt, and of course the badge over your shirt. So don't take your badges off, right? They're your permission to be on the contest floor. Now, for spectators and contestants, I encourage everybody to go to ICPCnews.com and look at the various social media channels. We now have a WeChat channel, so there are lots of opportunities for you to see the things that are going on and to share with your family. So encourage your family and friends to go to ICPCnews.com and read all the articles, watch videos, see photos, and then of course we also want you and your family, your family to be able to watch ICPClive.com, and you can see live coverage of the World Finals tomorrow. So we had a few people that forgot badges today, so I'm going to circle back around to badges. Make sure that you have your badge. You will need it to get on the bus tomorrow. So do not leave your hotel room without your badge tomorrow morning. Also tomorrow, the buses leave by 7 a.m. Not 7:15, not 7:05, but 7 a.m. So make sure, I know you're all college students, so 7 a.m. is very early in the morning, but you got to get up and make sure that you get breakfast and get on the bus by 7 a.m. Otherwise, you may be stuck at the hotel because the buses are leaving with or without you at 7 a.m. So make sure on the bus, very early, the big smile on your face by 7 a.m. So you have water on your table. The host has provided tons of water, so if you need more water, please just grab one of the marshals and they will bring you more water. So you have some water on your table, but you can have as much water as you want. Speaking of as much water as you want, John, can you point out the restroom location?
The restrooms for teams are through that cloth door right there, the one that you came in, and straight down the hall and turn left, and then you'll see restrooms. Those are available for team members, and that's the only place you may go off of the contest floor. Out that door right there and straight down the hall till you run into a wall, and then turn.
I'm going to introduce you. All right. So thanks to all of you for being here. Really excited about getting our dress rehearsal started. And I'll now introduce our technical director for the World Finals. And you've already met him because he told you to not touch anything. And he actually just told you where the bathrooms are. So without further ado, John Clevenger.
Thank you, Jeff. So several announcements of a more technical nature just to make sure that everybody understands all of the rules and guidelines for tomorrow. The purpose of this dress rehearsal is to iron out any glitches, anything that might affect what you are doing. There are judging notes and technical notes in your packet. They've been posted online for a month or more, but you'll have a hard copy in your packet once we get started. You should be sure and review all of those. When we start the contest, both today and tomorrow, you will have a problem set, and you open up the problem sets. Tomorrow, there will be some number of problems. I'm not telling you how many, because I don't know. I honestly do not know. But all of those problems will be unique. For today's contest, you will find that there are duplicated problems. That is, you're going to find two problems with different letters on them, but it's actually the same problem. The reason for that is for us to test out the entire system with a large number of problems. There's no point in solving the same problem twice, but if you feel like you want to, you may go ahead and do that. You should at least, your team should at least solve one problem using all of the tools on your workstation that you are planning to use in tomorrow's World Finals. This includes that you should try printing. The technical notes contain instructions on how to print. The only way you can print is following the instructions in the technical note. I know that you guys all know a whole bunch of different ways in different IDEs to print something on your home machines. Don't try that. Use the instructions in the technical notes. When you send a print job, it will go to the printer. Don't get up and go try to find the printer. There will be runners that will deliver printouts to you. If you discover that you have a question about the contest environment, you must ask that question by submitting it using the contest control system clarification request. During this dress rehearsal, if you have a question, submit a clarification request. All questions which are submitted as clarification requests will be answered, will be addressed in the answers to questions sessions immediately after lunch today. There won't be any stand-up question and answer session. If you have a question and you want an answer to it, submit a clarification request during this dress rehearsal. There's always a question about the physical setup. All the team workstations are currently set up identically. The monitors, the keyboards, everything is positioned in exactly the same place. Once the contest starts, you may adjust the position of your monitor, your keyboard, and your mouse, but you may not move or open the laptop computer that's sitting on your desk. Do not open that laptop. Also, do not unplug any device. If you unplug something, that means you are subject to disqualification. There is a caveat to everything I just said about equipment. If you choose to move something and it causes a problem with your system, it is your problem. Right? I mean, you've got a problem. That's your problem. We will do our best to help solve that problem, but we will not guarantee that we can fix it. Okay? So any changes you make to the physical setup are at your own risk. The one thing you may not move, in addition to the laptop, is you may not move the camera that's sitting on top of the workstation in front of you. Okay, those cameras allow the coaches, the coach view system, which some of you probably saw that was back upstairs, and watch what you are doing. Your coach can see both your people and your desktop. So be aware, your coach can see your desktop while you are working in the contest. You may also not do anything that would affect any other team. Don't get under your table and start moving plugs around or pulling network cables or anything like that. If you do that, you are subject to disqualification. If you do something that does affect another team, I guarantee you, you'll be disqualified. You may not do any networking operations other than those implied by the use of the contest system. For example, it's obvious that when you submit a program to the judges, it's going to go over the network. But that's not the same thing as opening a terminal and trying to ping some other station. Do not do that. We have both hardware, software, and people watching the network traffic. And if somebody does an unauthorized network operation, we're going to come out and escort you off the contest floor. Do not do any network operations. Don't try and go test things out. We don't want to move anybody off the floor, but rest assured that we will. As all of you know, when problems get solved, there will be balloons distributed. For today's contest, the dress rehearsal, the balloon structure will be a little bit different just because there's duplicate problems and so forth. But tomorrow there will be a colored balloon, a different color for every problem. Tomorrow there will also be balloons for the first problem solved in the contest and for the first solution to each problem. Spectators, the problem sets that will be used in the World Finals tomorrow will be available to you as soon as the contest starts. We will put stacks of them out there. We do not have copies of today's practice problems. I will tell you this, they are all past World Finals problems, so they're all online somewhere. In a moment, we will proceed and start the dress rehearsal. That's it, I think. Are we ready to go? Well, let's see. We have 18 minutes on the countdown clock. Do you want to sit here for 18 minutes, or are you going? Well, I can't hear anybody, so I assume that means you want to sit here. Do you want to get going, or do you want to sit here? Let's go. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see, 18. How about if we take 2. 13? More? Did I hear more? More? Okay, let me see. We'll try, let's see.
John, could you do 2 right shifts?
Let's see. Well, there's that. Are we ready to go? Should I crank this thing like all the way down? All right, let's crank this thing all the way down. Here we 7. Let's see. 5. Okay, so there we go. So now I'd like to ask the ICPC Executive Director, Dr. Bill Poucher, and our representative from the acting president, the stand-in for the president of PKU, to step up here, and we will, let's see. All right. 2. 10 seconds. 2. Hang on. 2. Tim. We still have the red. I'm trying to resume. It's not resuming. Sir, do you want me to resume? Yes. I cannot get the clock to start counting.
It will be 10 seconds. We just don't know which 10 seconds.
You lost your attachment or something.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. So let me see.
I'd like you to You decide what you would like to do. I would.
Okay. So we need to bring the trophy up here. No, that's good. Start it right there. That's good. Sure. Oh, I can fix that. Turn them both on. What? Okay, go ahead. You got it. You got it.
All right, so you guys about ready to get this started? Well, all of this would not be possible without the support of Peking University. This university is so incredibly wonderful. I cannot say enough positive things about them. I got to come a year ago right here and see the regional championship that they put on. There were actually 200 teams, over 200 teams, I think 201 teams in this room, and it was a spectacular regional contest. So PKU is just a powerhouse of the ICPC year-round. The training that they do is just amazing, and the opportunities that they open up for students like you are just incredible. And of course, the other opportunity they've opened up is this World Finals. They have really made this possible. They've come together with the community, put you up in the best hotels in all of Beijing, and provided you some of the best facilities and wonderful food. And so I'd like to introduce you to our representative for PKU to say a quick welcome.
Here we go. It's going to start. Just say welcome.
Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to Peking University. And 10. Okay, it's
Count down.
just don't let our president know about that. I'm here. So let's begin now. Thank you.
Okay.
Go! Pull the ribbon. Pull the ribbon. Pull the red one. Pull the red one. Pull the red one. There we go.
Hello again, this is ICPC Live with you this year, 2018 from
The contest is
Beijing,
started.
China.
You may now touch most things.
We are here for dress rehearsal for the World Finals. I want to remind you that World Finals itself will be tomorrow. You are cordially welcome to watch it on all our platforms. Here we have dress rehearsal. The teams will solve 12 problems, but there is only 6 actually different problems. Other 6 problems are just copies of the first 6. We'll see whether there would be erased the first problem to solve this year in the dress rehearsal. Teams had today 2 hours to solve their problems. After the first hour, coaches are allowed to join them, but that's only for today. Tomorrow we will have 5-hour contests with, of course, coaches unavailable to the teams. Sorry for some technical difficulties. If you have any questions, I am monitoring chats in both Twitch and YouTube. You are welcome to ask them. Now you can see different teams from all around the world. This year we have 140 teams from 138 universities. This is due to the fact that last year some teams were not able to secure visa to United States. So this year, 5 teams that weren't able to attend last year were granted automatic berths to the World Finals, and that allowed some universities to qualify other teams as well. So we have 2 universities, namely Al-Bad University and Sharif University, to qualify 2 teams. Here we have one of the favorites of this year World Finals, Seoul National University. sorry, the University of Tokyo. We'll see if they... Okay, we have our first submit, but unfortunately it is wrong answer, so the race for the first solved problem is still on. This is MIT team. As this is dress rehearsal, we're also testing some things with broadcast, so don't worry, we hope that tomorrow everything will work correctly. MIT has a long history of participating in the World Finals, but unfortunately they never were champions. Though 5 gold medals. Another team tried to submit, this time problem E. And they got wrong answer as well. Here you see World Finals trophy being polished to shine. We have University of Central Florida submitting problem E as well. As you may know, this year we have new sponsors. Unlike last year and many years before, we have a single sponsor. Now we have a lot of sponsors. This year it would be the Founder Group, which is a company in China that was incorporated by okay, we get our first correct submissions. University of Central Florida got problem E, and they got problem K as well, because this is basically a clone of problem E, the very same problem. And that makes University...
There are several teams that are currently having trouble logging into the DOM Judge contest control system. I just want to let you know we're aware of it. We'll fix it as fast as we can. This is why we have a dress rehearsal, so that it does finals.
We have University of Central Florida getting that first submissions. A couple of years ago, Bill Patcher actually presented prize for first accepted on dress rehearsal. For the main contest, for each correct submission, first correct submission on each problem, you usually get $1,050. And for the very first correct submission, you get $1,500. I'm not sure if it would be the same this year. Also, you can see some teams highlighted on the scoreboard. They are current leaders for their respective region. This year around, unlike several previous years, we have not 6 but 8 regions, because Europe was divided into proper Europe and Northern Eurasia, and Asia was divided into 3 regions: Asia West, Asia East, and Asia Pacific, which incorporated South Pacific region. Here is Korean Aviation Institute, which is also one of the favorites this year. Some more submissions on problem A that for now getting from answers. We have University of British Columbia submitting problem F. We will see if they will get first to solve on this problem. And they are indeed first to solve problem F. They would probably submit problem L as well shortly. And they indeed did just that. So for now we have mostly submissions on problem E and F, and the sister problems K and L respectively, though some teams try to submit problem A. As you can see, the atmosphere is for now quite relaxing because this is not the actual contest. Teams are trying to test different things. I guess the problem E is the easiest one this time around. So the knowledge race is up for who will get the first place. Will anyone solve all 6 problems? We'll see in the next couple of hours. So the question is why there is not just like some A plus B type of problem in the contest. That is because that's not only a test contest for the teams, that's also dress rehearsal for all the systems on the finals. And so it is better thing to do is to test all systems on the actual number of problems. So 12 problems is about the mean number of problems on the world finals. And also the problem should not be too easy. So this is actual problems for the past world from the past world finals. So everything can be tested thoroughly. We have some submission. We have one submission to problem B, but it is not yet correct. Problem A is also submitted by some teams. Dress rehearsal would be up for 2 hours today, not 5 hours like the actual contest. There would also be test contest later today. Here you have ETH Zurich, which submitted problem A and got a couple of completion errors. Let's see whether Vietnam National University would be able to get problem B right. And it seems they probably would be successful. We will see in a second. And couple more tests. And yes, they first solve problem B and likely will solve problem H in a couple of minutes as well. We're still working on reaction videos. Sorry, they're not working today as intended. This is dress rehearsal for us as well. Also, we wouldn't use music in the stream. You can turn on your favorite music. This way, everyone would hear what they want to hear. We have Vietnam University indeed submitting problem H and getting it accepted as well. So we now have 3 problems that is solved by someone. At least. So, we have Hangzhou University of Science and Technology at first with 15 minutes of penalty time and 2 problems solved. Then we have University of British Columbia with 16 minutes penalty time. And we finally get the first team to solve 2 different problems. Zhejiang University solved problems F, K, and L. They probably will submit problem E as well. If they want to top the scoreboard. As you can see, we have quite a few submissions in the queue for now. It's the part of the contest where teams finally had put some code, probably had written their templates, and are ready to solve the first problem. We have technical difficulties with showing screens for now, sorry about that. I'm not sure whether standings is available for dress rehearsal. Where standings on the web is available for dress rehearsal, we will see. So some more teams joined work on problem A, but to no avail for now. Problems E, F, and B are still the only problems that are solved by anyone. Jagiellonian University in Krakow also tried to submit problem C. This year we have 4 different options to submit the problems. 4 different programming languages, namely C++, Kotlin,
Bear with us, please.
Java, and Python. And we actually have our first submits in C++, Java, and Python. No one yet submitted in Kotlin. We'll see if JetBrains will provide some prize for first solution in Kotlin. We now have also successful submit on problem J. We'll probably see submits on its sister problems D shortly. So we have now 4 different problems opened. You can see some teams working on with some pictures on the paper and some formulas. Though I think most teams had actually solved all the problems presented today when they were getting ready for the finals, as it is good idea to solve password finals. It seems that some teams has difficulties with logging in their systems. I hope they will be recertified shortly. You can see the current scoreboard. Currently, top 3 teams are from Asia East region. University of Central Florida is a leader in North America region. KAIST is leader for Asia Pacific region. Kazakh British Technical University is leader for the Northern Eurasia region. Oxford for Europe. IIT Kanpur for Asia West, and University Chile for Latin America. This year we have both Oxford and Cambridge in the finals. We'll see who will come on top in this competition. Moscow State University finally gets correct submit. They are one of the favorites for this year. We'll see whether they can overcome Moscow State team's bane of getting second place. University of Warsaw is also one of favorites. They're still trying unsuccessfully to solve problem A. They're getting alternate row transfer and time limit exceeded verdicts for their submissions. This year 140 teams includes actually 5 teams from that were qualified for last year but were unable to attend. Problem E is currently solved by 46 teams, and six teams try to solve it but unsuccessful. So now University of Warsaw decided to, it seems, DDoS the system, submitting a lot of consecutive submissions for problem B and getting alternating time limits exceed and runtime error. Please remember that your team can be disqualified for conduct in the dress rehearsal. Hope they wouldn't be. I think problem set for today is not public, so sorry about that. University of Warsaw now back to trying to solve problem A. Yes, this year contest system. Last year there was two contest systems that we used. It is Katis that was used as main system and Dom Judge that was used as alternative system. This year they switched, so Dom Judge is used as the main contest system and Katis as alternative system. Tomorrow you can not only see our broadcast, but also try to solve the problems from the World Finals. It would be available on icpc.katis.com. We would also have alternative broadcast where Piotr Mitrichev, Gennady Karatkevich, and Mikhail Tikhomirov would solve the problems. So now we have 53 teams that have solved something. Most of them working in C++. University of Central Florida is the team that was first to solve any problem at all, and they are working in Java. Washington University in St. Louis and German University in Cairo are also working in Java. Universities of Western Australia and New South Wales that are both had not solved a problem yet, but they had submissions in Python. And University of Engineering and Technology from Vietnam that solved problem B, also solved it
We are
using
aware that there is a problem with the code blocks IDE
Python.
trying to use code blocks. We're working on fixing it. Can promise that we will do everything possible to make sure it's fixed before tomorrow. We know what the problem is. I just don't know that we can fix it in the remaining time in the dress rehearsal.
There are some problems with one of the IDs for World Finals, and system operations are not sure they can fix it in time for dress rehearsal. Let's hope they would be able to. University of Waterloo still holds distinction of being the team that attended most finals since international era. Now we have Zhejiang University, Tsinghua University, University of Electronic Science and Technology of China, and University of Latvia that are all solved two different problems but have four problems in the scoreboard because of the clones problems, and we have University of Waterloo that actually solved three different problems, but they hadn't submitted their sister problems, so they're in 5th place currently. Here we have Albert University team that actually qualified from last year. Oh, no, that's exactly the team that qualified this year around. Alba team that qualified from last year is in the first seat. It seems some teams that were not able to enter the system are able to do so now. As Tsinghua University is now in first place with 3 different solved problems. B, E, and F, and the sister problems. And we also have problem D solved. Problems A and C are still not solved by anyone. So not the lack of trying.
We believe that we've resolved the issue with logging into the DOM Judge system. All teams should be able to log into the DOM Judge system. So if you weren't able to do that before, please try again and raise your hand and get the attention of one of the floor marshals if you still cannot log in.
Now we have confirmation that problems with logging in into system should be recertified. That's why we have a search of submissions into the queue. Join us tomorrow for the actual World Finals. We hope all the problems with participant screens and reaction videos would be solved by then. Oh, we actually have solved problem with team screens, it seems. You can see Tsinghua do not use any code template. They just typing as they go. Zhejiang seems to doing so as well. No numerous tape devs and includes and stuff like that. Last year champions, ATMO University still hadn't submitted anything this year. Hope they were able to log into the system. There is currently 95 teams that had solved anything at all. That's more than 2/3 of all the teams. Still no submits in Kotlin, unfortunately. And we finally have submissions from ITMO University on problem C. Will they be first to solve this problem? In their first ever submissions in this contest, 40 minutes past the contest start. It seems they would be. And indeed, ITMO is the first team to solve problem C. Congratulations. As JetBrains is the technical sponsor this year, every workstation has IntelliJ IDEA, and we now have Harvard trying to DDoS the system. You can see Tsinghua is still in the first place, joined by University of British Columbia and Vilnius University with 6 problems each. Though that only 3 actual problems, actual different problems. In Peking University, our hosts here should join them shortly. So on the problem A and its sister problem G are not yet solved. Every other problem has at least one correct submission. And we now have over 100 teams that had solved anything at all. If you have any questions, you can ask them either in Twitch chat or YouTube chat. I will try to answer them. University of Waterloo now has 4 different problems solved. and they finally decided to submit the solutions for sister problems. So they are now in the first place with what should be 8 problems shortly. Still only ITMO University had solved problem C. All the other problems are solved by several teams. Aside from problem A, that is not solved by anyone at all. Seems we finally have our reactions videos work as well. Nice. So for now we have University of Waterloo as leaders of the whole contest as well as North American region. We have Tsinghua University as leaders of Asia East region. University of Engineering and Technology VNU as leaders of Asia Pacific region. Vilnius University for North Eurasia. Sharif University of Technology Cliché for Asia West. ITESM Campus Group. Tomorrow we will have a lot of interesting videos to show for you during the broadcast. We would have problem analysis as well. I want to remind you that our broadcast would be available in several languages, including English, Chinese, Russian, Japanese, and Arabic. And we finally have correct submissions for problem A by Universidade Federal de Pernambuco. That is also the first submission in the contest. So we now have all distinct problems solved, and we are just waiting for problem G, which is a sister problem to problem A, to be solved as well. Attached to team workstations, every team gets one balloon per solved problem. This is a long-standing tradition of ICPC. We are now approaching 1 hour mark in this contest. After 1 hour, coaches are allowed to join the team on the contest floor for dress rehearsal. Meanwhile, Team 4 Pernambuco decided not to submit problem G, so it still remains the only problem that is not solved by anyone. Probably they decided to give some other team a chance to do just that. And we now have University of Electronic Science and Technology of China submitting problems F and L, and they will probably overtake University of Waterloo in the first place, because University of Waterloo submitted problems H, J, K and L only after they solved problems B, D, E and F. So the penalty time is not that good.
At this time, it is permissible for one coach from each team to go join your team on the contest floor. I want to emphasize that this will not be allowed tomorrow, but one coach from each team may go and join your team on the floor. To get there, please do not climb over the railing. Go back up the stairs, go out into the lobby, and the marshals and volunteers will direct you to the path that will lead you to the contest floor. Again, only one coach from each team is allowed on the floor.
Here's John Clevenger, World Finals Technical Director. Peking University joins teams that solved for different problems. And it seems that Tsinghua University will join them as well. Most of our submissions still go to problems B, D, E, F and the clone problems. But we now have also problems A and C solved. Problem A is now solved by two teams, University of Central Florida and Universidade Federal de Pernambuco. Problem C is still solved only by ITMO University. We'll see if University of Central Florida will submit. Oh, actually, they did submit it problem G as well, so they get the first accepted on that problem. Unfortunately for them, this is only dress rehearsal, so they would not get any prize for that. We'll see whether the result of submissions will be frozen for the last hour of the contest, as it would be for the actual finals tomorrow. To preserve intrigue. Here is Andrei Stankiewicz, who is 7 times World Finals coach, World Finals winner as a coach. His team is also one of the favorites this year. Some say that there is 5 teams that are most likely one of them would be world champion, and it is ITMO, Moscow State University, Seoul National University, Peking University, and Warsaw University. As you can see, every participant is quite distinguished in this team, but the coach is most distinguished of them all. I hope workstations wouldn't suddenly fly away with all these balloons. Team A is still the only team to solve problem C. Let's see if we got any submissions in Kotlin. We will have introduction to ICPC 2018 video in a couple of seconds.
We are in Beijing, China for the 42nd Annual ACM International Collegiate Programming Contest. Today, 140 teams from around the world are checking in and registering for an exciting week. To get to the World Finals, they had to best more than 60,000 other students competing on 6 different continents. A year of intense practice all boils down to this one week.
I have good news for you. Moscow State University had actually solved a problem L in Kotlin. So far as I know, that this is the only submission in Kotlin in this dress rehearsal so far. So, congratulations to Moscow State University and to the Kotlin programming language on that. Seems we're still getting submission results, so freeze is not enabled yet, probably for the last half hour or so. Hope we would get some guests in the studio tomorrow as well. And we finally have Seoul National University submitting problem, getting accepted for problem C. So they join ITMO as 2 teams that solve this problem. Problem A, there is also only 2 teams, but Seoul National University is currently in first place with 10 solved problems. They only have problem A and its copy problem G to solve now. Moscow State University are trying something interesting with problem I. A lot of submissions in a row. That is the third DDoS attempt in this contest. People are quite relaxed today. No reason to be stressed. Tomorrow will be the real contest. We're also trying to fix some things on our end with different informational services that would be available to casters and stuff like that. Stay tuned.
It's been a great first full day at the 2018 ACM ICPC World Finals. Our day started with a chance for our sponsors to show off their companies for our participants. JetBrains started with Tech Trek this morning, and this afternoon our sponsors let contestants try everything from puzzles to sports stacking to virtual reality at the ICPC Showcase. We finished a great day with a concert of art music thanks to Peking University.
We are back online, hope you enjoyed the video. 113 teams had already get at least one accepted. I hope by the end of the dress rehearsal, oh, excuse me, 125 teams actually did that. Hope by the end of the dress rehearsal, all of 140 teams we have here would have at least one accepted submission. We have only 3 teams that hadn't submitted anything at all. Hope they're here and are able to log in into the system. They are Rep Academic of Science and Technology in Alexandria, University of Tartu, and Karachi Institute of Economics and Technology.
Does she need? I can't get on the floor. I don't have a bracelet.
You do. Go and go for those.
You can get on the floor? There's like a red and blue bracelet too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Did you try and make it off?
No, that's just so intimidating.
Just walk. Act like you know what you're doing. Actually, might it be helpful if you just wrote down their school name?
You have your AirDrop on?
Yeah.
On your phone?
Yeah. Those are all the... 30 minutes, 30 minutes left in the dress rehearsal contest. The scoreboard is now frozen. It will no longer be updated except to show pending runs. The same will happen tomorrow, except the scoreboard will freeze with 1 hour to go.
And we are back. Here I have my co-commentator for today and tomorrow. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi. This is Anoop from. I work with CodeChef. I'm delighted to be a part of this commentary team here with Igor.
So we are now into the frozen part of the contest. The last half an hour we wouldn't get any results on the submits. We have 133 teams that submitted that have an accepted solution before the freezing. So only 7 teams either decided or were not able to
Make a submission.
to make a successful submission. We have only a single team that had no submissions at all from Karachi Institute of Economics and Technology. I hope it's not some kind of technical issue and they will be able to submit something during last half an hour.
Yeah, technical issue will be bad. Maybe we should resolve it today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you would join us tomorrow. We'll provide any updates if anything interesting will happen. For now, just enjoy videos of teams on the contest floor.
10 minutes. 10 minutes left in the dress rehearsal contest.
Hello everyone. The practice contest is going on, almost about to come to an end. Today we are also kind of setting up things, figuring out how this works, and making sure that things go smooth tomorrow. We hope to bring you a much more involved commentary tomorrow. Teams are practicing to get used to the system. You can see on the screen the spectators watching their teams. While we set things up, we hope to have a very, very exciting contest tomorrow. And we'll leave you at that, and we hope that you join us right at the start of the contest. We'll be back soon.
Less than 2 minutes left in the contest. So it is traditional at the ICPC World Finals that the spectators help us count down to the end of the contest. So this is the one time we do not ask you to be quiet. Please help me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Contest is over. next important part of the day, and that's lunch. To get lunch, contestants, you can exit through the northwest door, which is in the corner in that direction. If you look up here on stage, you can see where I'm pointing. If you left any bags with material that we were not allowed to bring onto the contest floor, over by that door. So all contestants, please exit the floor through there. The volunteers will guide you to where lunch is. Spectators, if you go up the stairs and back out into the lobby, you will discover lunches available out there. Nice try. She's good. Contestants, be sure to leave your team reference document. Do not take